The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest. Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Okay, Coach, the playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Check, check. Block 54. Block 54. I got one. I got one. Mike 54. Mike 54. All day. All day, every day. Any day. Check 26. Check 26. 56. Bullet. Half. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
First down, Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw, Bridgewater. He's going to float this over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up first and 10 at their own 43.
Switch, switch, switch. Check me,
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14.
Check 56. Inside. Pick it up. 80 weapons. Hey, Haywood. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Back north. Check 43.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Green 18. Yeah, Liz. Hatchet. Kill. Check 24. Teammate. Check. Over.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. A long way to go in this one. I'm sure that's not the only score we'll see today, but to jump out like that, very good.
Yeah, everyone wants to set the pace. You know, in a game like this, you want people chasing you. You don't want to be the team chasing them. That's exactly what they did.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken short. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly to fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
Not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. 58. Hey, echo.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Check 56. Hey, tight. Plant. 26. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. That's going to be an intriguing matchup to continue to watch. You don't get in the playoffs without having a good guy to cover out wide. If they want to move on, get in the championship, then the Super Bowl, he's going to have to be big in this one.
And this is not basketball where you're worried about your star getting fouls and getting in trouble and maybe not playing as much. You take your number one guy, put it on their number one guy, and try and limit their offense.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
2nd and 9 at the 6-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Motion. 35's the mic. Come on.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Get ready. At their own 36-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Box it. Mike's 56.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, this wind is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. They'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. He's going to fire this thing deep right side into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Here's Jones. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 6-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Jim, over. Hey, 88.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
88. We are going. Ready? Pick the edge. Come.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23.
57. Mike, 57. Hey, let's go. Let's get some penetration. Slam.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
After 1, it's 9-0. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. shotgun. It's Bridgewater. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, 1st down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it with Jones. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Hey, 626. He's checking. Crash. Motion to the backfield. Check.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
At the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Watch safety creeping. Safety creeping.
Bridgewater now from the 50. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defense.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He'll buy some time right. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's taken in at the 9. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Play 56. 56. Loco over here. To the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. No.
Throwing is Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. He's going to let this one go deep. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. But it's
turned it over 3 times in the first half. We just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Play fake. Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. On first down, Rodgers. Complete to Jones. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Rodgers to throw once more. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This will be taken in at the 1. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Back one. 30. Smoke.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
Inside. Hey, Alpha.
Rodgers now on 3rd down. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Mike, 56 right there. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
Mike 56, Mike 56. I'm not ready. Check 3, check 3.
Now a play fake. Rodgers going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That's how the defense scored points.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. DJ Chark, 97 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Telvin Smith gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Rip right. Bang, bang.
To throw, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming. 57 to Mike. Get that quarterback at all costs.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dean Lowry, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 2nd down, it's Jones, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, let's bring it. Hey, box truck.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Rodgers now on first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
88. What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Monk's 56. Monk's 56.
Throwing again. Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Get 300. Get 300. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get it.
Rodgers again now. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams there to make the grab. And the Packers get a score closer. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 74 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond to that extra time off.
Yeah, it seems like they've been running uphill all game. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You better bring it. 56. Mike. Right there. 56. Right here. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop in behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big gain of 31 on third down.
64, weak. Jump out. Hey, solid. 56.
On play action. Now Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Go. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Looking deep for Adams. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And again, it's Rodgers. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. I got one.
Hey, Delta.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. It's going to be a long day.
Deep grip.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 32 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Crosby connects on the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short, and he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And an alley to run. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
First down, Bridgewater. blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
To try again after the sack. Bridgewater. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Saints on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Here's Thomas Morstead now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Throwing on first down. Boyle. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eli Apple, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Let's go, defense. Hey, you. Defense. Here we go. Mike.
Throwing after the interception. Boyle. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 53 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Boyle. And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give to Kamara running right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing here, Bridgewater. On the check down, he finds Kamara.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Play fake. Bridgewater. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's third down.
I'm here all day.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.